Hey guys, welcome back to Whitty's Gear Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at a flat flash EDC flashlight that was sent to me by, and forgive me if I say this wrong, but I'm going to say it how it looks to me, which is Tunage. This is their multifunctional, flat, double color temperature, powerful LED flashlight. Looks like a max runtime of 180 hours, max lumen 2000, and it's USB-C charging. And I don't know if you want to pause that. We'll go over some of these things when we get into each mode. Let's go ahead and bust it out and take a look at the light itself. So you have the light. You have the USB-C rechargeable cord. And then you have your owner's manual that looks like it's pretty decent to show you all the information about the light. So, some specifics about the light. Just real quick, this is a larger flat flashlight. So you're looking at about a 1/2 inch thick by 5.43 long and 1.1 inches wide. The body of this thing, it's got like a rubberized feeling coating. Not really, I don't know. It's like the anodized coating on there, scratch resistant coating, which is 6061 aerospace aluminum. Now the functions on this light is, I like the user interface because each button just controls one function where you don't have to click through one button to get through everything. You just go, if you want this white light, you press there. If you want the yellow light, you press there. And if you want this cob light at the bottom, you press there. So it's just got 3 distinct buttons, and then you have the one extra button on the side, which has a couple different functions, and we'll kind of go into those. So like I said, this is a flat double color temperature EDC flashlight. Max lumens 2000. It does have a magnetic base. Kind of check that out here. See what we got. It is a pretty strong magnet. So if you need to hook it to a car or anything like that, tent pole, as long as it's metal, or a canopy pole, whatever it may be, you do have a magnetic base. Now, one thing I like is you can switch between 4000K warm light and 6500K cool white. It's got 7 modes. It's got a moonlight, low, medium, high, turbo, strobe, SOS. The light also has a memory function, and then you have your multi-function cob work light, which is going to get you white low, white high, red and yellow flashing. This light also comes with a built-in 1600 milliamp hour battery, and it has fast charging, should charge from 0 to 100% in 1.5 hours. It is IP66 water and dust rated, and it has been drop tested to 1.5 meters. Now, when you turn the light on, you're going to have this battery indicator here. It has 4 green lights. When 4 of them are all lit up, you're getting, it should show you that you have 75 to 100% charge. If only 3 are lit up, you're looking at 75 to 50, 2, 50 to 25%, and if you have the 1, you're at 10%, you probably need to charge your light. Now, as far as features of the light, right? We're in the lockout mode. We're just going to long press, and then you come into your first light mode. So this light, when it's in this green light mode, standby mode, if you let it sit, it will automatically go into lockout mode. And then all you have to do is long press any of these buttons and that'll take you out of lock mode. But you can see your light there. And if you press and hold, you'll cycle through all your lighting. If you double press, you automatically go in your turbo mode. Triple press, you get your strobe. Triple get press again, you get your SOS. And then triple press back to strobe. And then you're out. That's all the functions with the main white light. If you go over to yellow, you can press and hold and it just cycles through all your settings. Click it 3 times, SOS. 3 more times, you've got or 3 times the first time you had strobe, 3 times the next time SOS. And that's just controlling your yellow light. It has the same exact features of the white light. It just depends which lighting you want to use. And then if you go to the cob lighting on the side, which we'll kind of keep it at an angle, that's going to go into your UV mode, your 2 whites, your 2 yellows, your red mode, and then off. If you give it a 3 click, it's hard to tell on the screen, but that is just basically your red and yellow flashing. Press 1 more time and you're out. On the side, if you press that button, you're going to have a red laser. Now, I know some people think, why do I need a red laser? If you work in an office environment and you do presentations, if you work in a construction type area and you want to point out something from a distance and say, hey, I need you to go and look at this, you can kind of do that with this light, right? All the same features as a laser. If you're in the woods with a buddy and you see something, he doesn't see it, you could use the laser to mark what area you thought you saw something or you did see something, whether it was a flashlight, an animal, shelter, rescue party, whatever it may be. You can use your laser to point something out to somebody else if they don't see what you're seeing. So it does have functions. The light altogether, it has a good feeling to it. On the side, here's your dust cover for your USB-C charger. You've got a really good pocket clip that comes in this blue. It is a deep carry pocket clip. You can see how deep that is. Plus, it shows you that you do have the magnetic base. But it has really good retention on this magnet. And it's just an all-around solid light. Now, one thing I do like about this light compared to a lot of others is we're going to turn on the white light. We're going to turn on the yellow light. We're going to turn on the cob light. And then we're going to turn on, it'll probably be hard to see it. Oh, you can see it right there, the laser. You can turn on every function of this light at the same time, which I think is unique, that every function you could utilize at one time. Now, would you ever need that? Probably not, but it does allow you to use multiple things at one time. So that's good. And I think that's a good feature that they built into the light. Now, on the side light, if you want to go straight into what we would call our turbo mode, just double click it. Now you're in turbo mode. So that kind of gives you that easy access there. If you're walking out, instead of flipping it over here, you can hit the side button twice, you're in turbo mode. There, turbo mode. There, turbo mode. So anytime you double click, the top 2 buttons are the side button, it'll automatically go into turbo mode. And then, of course, you're back in your standby mode and our battery is fully charged. This is a really good flashlight, guys. It's well made. Now, it may be bigger than some people would hope, but it is a good, because of the lumen output, it is a good primary light. And then you have something smaller for your secondary light. So say you had this in your bag and you had one of these hanging off your bag, which this is just a Olight iMini 2. So if you were just looking in your backpack, you take that off, you can see everything you need to see, do what you need to do. But you get something out in the woods and you want to get more distance, you could go to your light like this, which you can pocket this. It's just a little bit bigger than normal, but it is pocketable. And guys, you got to remember back to the day where we had the small little mag lights, right? That was pocket carry back in the day, which was the same length overall, maybe a little skinnier at the barrel, but it wasn't flat. You had the big round head on it with the skinny handhold. This is the same diameter or the same shape all the way down. But this is good for like hooking on the molly, on a backpack, throwing it in a dump pouch, car, SUV, whatever it is that you're putting it in, four-wheeler, side-by-side golf cart. It would just be a good all-around light to have. That's what I'm pushing the light more to, is a good, solid primary light with the function of having 2,000 lumens at a double click almost anywhere on the light. But all in all, really solid light. I think it has a place in a bag for a lot of people, depending on what they like. And like I said, it's a fairly simple user interface, not a bunch of got to click this one 5 times to get to this light. Each light is controlled by its own button, and then inside that button you have a couple other features to get to what you need. But I like that you don't have to keep clicking to go from your low to your high. You simply turn on the light. Let's go down. Let's go to this mode. We'll turn the light off. Turn the light back on. It's going to come back in that low setting. So if you want to start on a low setting, then ramp up to high, once you turn on your light, you're here. Just hold the button. Get to your desired light feature. Double click. Automatically in turbo if you need that extra boost. Turn it off. And your light's off. You're in standby mode. It'll automatically, like I said, guys, let it sit. It'll automatically lock itself out. And then all you have to do is long press any of the buttons that you want to access whichever light you want to use. Just hold it down. And you saw it blink. Now it's locked out. The lights are on. You want to turn it back down. Hold it. And when you long press, it's gonna start in your moonlight mode. Then just hold the button down and you'll cycle through all your other modes. Turn it off. Long press. And it'll go into a lockout mode if you want to automatically lock it out to save battery life. If you forget, it'll turn itself off and then you have to long press to get it to come back on, which is good for throwing in a dump bag, pocket of a backpack, anything like that. You would have to actually depress this for a while to get your light to turn on. But really good company, really good light. I think that the function, the price, all go hand in hand on what you actually get. Anyways, guys, just thought I would bring you a different kind of flashlight, something with a different kind of user interface that, in my opinion, is a little simpler than most. The Cobb light is simply just press and hold to go through the features, and then, let's see there, just press and hold, or you can just click, but basically press and hold, and you'll cycle through all the features. If you want just the red light, turn it off there. Next time you turn it back on, you're coming right back on in the red light. For reading at night, trying to find something in your bag where you don't want to illuminate the area, it is a solid, bright red light, which helps you keep your night vision. Anyways, guys, turn her off. We'll long press. We'll go ahead and turn the light itself off, put it back in the lockout motor, and that's what you have in the Tuna G. This model is actually the YC 800 or 8005. So YZ 8005 is the actual model number of this light. So anyways, guys, do me a favor. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Still 3 ways to support the channel: Whitty's Gear, Buy Me a Coffee, memberships. Leave a comment. Please like, share, subscribe. We still want to grow our channel, and those are the best ways to help us. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. Love y'all. See you on the next one.